If you want to sell more of your courses to people inside your email list or in your audience without focusing on getting more people into the funnel, you need to know how to use urgency in the right way. Hi, my name is Nicola, and I help course creators make the majority, if not all, of their revenue with courses. So, let's break down 4 ethical ways to create true urgency without needing to lie, pressure people, or pretend that your cart is closing when it actually isn't. These are real strategies that I use with my clients who consistently sell out their launches and fill their programs with their perfect fit buyers. And I've got a special offer for you when you sign up to my favorite urgency creating tool. Head to the description to find out more. So, one of my favorite ways to add urgency into a funnel and sell more courses is to add a countdown timer. The countdown timer must relate to a specific offer or form of urgency, and we'll get to that in just a second. But I want to really address the main objection you're probably thinking in your head right now. And that is that countdown timers have a bit of a bad rep. People are worried that if they add them into their sales pages or email, the audience will feel like they're being pushy or really salesy. And I actually disagree with that. I don't think that using countdown timers is being pushy or salesy. You're simply just giving them the message that there's a deadline coming up and giving them a reason to act now and decide. Plus, there will actually be some people in your audience who actually need a deadline or a countdown timer in order to act. If they open an email and see that they still have 7 days to act now, and you don't give them a reason to act now, they're not going to buy. And so using a countdown timer is a really easy way to show people visually that there's a deadline coming up so they don't have to skim through all of your copy to find out, oh, there's a deadline coming up. I need to make a decision as to whether I'm going to purchase this offer now. But to go back to my initial caveat, the countdown timer must represent a real deadline. So I mean by that is that the cart must actually close, the price actually goes up, the offer genuinely ends. That's where we build trust, and trust is what turns browsers into buyers. I see it quite a lot actually, and it's particularly when I'm signing up to things through Facebook ads. So I'll sign up to a freebie through a Facebook ad, and then typically on the thank you page is a tripwire. Now, a tripwire is typically a sales page offering a limited time offer, typically a discount, right? What I tend to see on these tripwire pages is that when the countdown gets to 0, the countdown actually restarts and goes back up to the initial time, meaning that countdown actually isn't legit. The offer does not end when the countdown timer ends. It's repetitive. And that makes me not trust a course creator. If you are telling somebody that an offer will disappear, a price will double, there's only a few spots left, and that isn't true, and they find out, that erodes trust in your brand. And typically you'll find that they probably will not buy from you, and they definitely will not refer you to other people. So when I'm working with clients, I am always making sure, especially for the first time, because you would be amazed how often this happens. I am always making sure that if we are saying something, it is legit. If we are saying that they won't see this offer again, we have to make sure that they won't see this offer again. Okay. So this is why I'm a real big proponent and why I love countdown timers. People like knowing exactly how long they have to make a decision. And you can use them anywhere. Use them on your sales page, in your emails, add them to your Instagram stories, literally use them anywhere. I particularly like to add them throughout sales emails, particularly around the button. And I also like to add them to the top of an email so that when people open it, they can immediately see that there is a reason to act, there is a deadline coming up. And then you can also add them to your sales pages. Now, typically, I like to experiment with where I put them, and it really depends on the length of the page. For long sales pages, I like to add the countdown timer at the bottom of the page so that when people scroll, the countdown timer follows them. It just means that the deadline is always kept front of mind and that they can see there is a reason to act. Now, there is another super effective urgency lever that you can pull in your funnels. And these strategies can actually be used for evergreen funnels, live launches, no matter how you're selling, they can be used in any format. And that is limited time pricing. So this works really well for courses, especially if you're launching for the first time or if you want to incentivize early action. So a few examples of this are if I'm launching a course for the first time, I may offer introductory pricing, which is where for that first cohort or for a limited time only, there is a special pricing for people who want to become an early adopter of the program. You can also do it where you are pre-selling the course before you have created it. So you offer the course for a lower price, typically half price. So let's say you want to launch the course at $500, you may offer it to people for $250 or maybe even $150 so that they get first access. They can help you test out the product and you are validating whether it is the right offer for your audience as well. You can also do things like if you are going to increase the price, you can do a launch that specifically tells people this price is going to increase on Friday the 13th. So if you buy before then, you will get this lower rate before the price increases or doubles. And remember the golden rule. If you say the price is going up, you must make sure that it's actually going up. You cannot offer last minute extensions. You cannot say, just kidding, here's one more chance email. This stuff damages trust and your future conversions will suffer and you will eventually sell less courses. And remember, in the UK, and law has now been passed, that means to do things like this is now actually illegal. Hashtag not a lawyer, so do not come to me for legal advice. Get your own advice on that, but look at the DMCC Act. Okay. Now, another objection you may be thinking about here when we're talking about discounting is that you might be thinking, if I discount my course, that means I'm going to lose revenue. I beg to differ. I actually have clients who discounted their course. So their program went from $500 to $297 in a evergreen funnel. And because the conversion rate on the sales page increased, meaning that for every 100 people that went to the sales page, more people bought than they did when the offer was 500. It meant that they actually increased their revenue because they were getting more people out of the 100 to buy their program. So do not discount pricing. See what I did there? Because it can be a really powerful way to not only increase sales, but also to increase your revenue as well. So I would love to know in the comments, what would push you to act faster, a limited time discount or a countdown timer? So another wildly effective strategy to create urgency are bonuses. And here's what that might look like. So you might tell people, sign up before Wednesday and get a bonus one-to-one call, or enroll in the first 24 hours and get an extra module or a template. Or this week only, sign up and you'll get access to my free implementation week. These bonuses work because they feel like you're giving added value and you're not pressuring them to act because everybody in the program will pay the same price, but just those who take action before a particular time will get an extra bonus. And I've seen bonuses work really well in the launch space, particularly in the last 6 months or so, when they're offering something really valuable, like one-to-one offer, an hour or an in-person day, or something that they can't get anywhere else. So you don't offer this as a paid option, and this is the only way they can get this from you. Plus, even better, offering extra bonuses, they don't discount your product. So you get to keep your full pricing integrity and still create urgency. The only thing I would say is that if you are enrolling big cohorts at a time and you are offering one-to-one bonuses, just be careful that if you do enroll a lot of people and they take you up on that one-to-one, that you don't burn yourself out. So make sure that your bonuses really align with your capacity and your space while still giving your audience that value as well. Now, if you like to run live components like coaching calls, feedback rounds, small group sessions, so this really comes into handy when you are selling group coaching programs. You can provide urgency by limiting access. So you are not discounting the product, you are not offering an extra bonus, whether that's your time, whatever. Instead, you are saying, I'm only taking 20 students this round because I'm offering personal feedback, or there are only 5 spots left to get the private call upgrades, or enrollment closes when I reach 10 people because I want to support this cohort to the best of my abilities. These are really valuable and really powerful reasons for urgency because you are offering people a reason to act and showcasing how valuable the offer is, that these people are going to get so much of your time. And so people want to be one of those 5 people to join, right? So if you would like to add it to your funnel and sell more courses, I have partnered up with my favorite tool, Deadline Funnel. Deadline Funnel gives each of your leads a unique deadline so that it's perfect for evergreen funnels and launches, and gives you a really great countdown timer to give people a reason to act and help them make a decision. And you will get 20% off for your first 3 months with my link. It's in the description. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And I know that you are going to sell more courses from it for sure. So if you've enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe and I will see you in my next video shortly.